So with one out, up comes Randy Arozarena for the Mariners. Randy Arozarena this year in 101 games, hitting .278, 13 home runs and 47 ribbies. Standing in against Roki. Roki got the first guy he faced with 4 pitches. Pitch on the way is high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Arozarena trying to build on his 13 home runs. His batting average is very good at .278. Pitch on the way is taken just a little inside for ball 2 on the splitter, just missing. Just the start of things here in Los Angeles. This is for the series. Dodgers versus Mariners. Mariners won on Tuesday. Dodgers winning last night. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Coming in tomorrow night, it'll be the Boston Red Sox for 3 games. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Roki looking down. Get the sign from rushing behind the plate. And the 2-1 pitch. Right down the middle for slider for strike 2. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Arozarena. Young bouncing out to Betts at short to start the game. And the 2-2 pitch. Just a little outside and low. Splitter missing, and the count is now full at 3-2. Arozarena looking in, waiting for the 3-2 pitch. On the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play. Dominic Calzone waiting on deck. Three and two the count. Arozarena waiting in. The pitch. Just inside for ball 4, and Roki's lost him. So already Roki giving up his walk. This will be a very interesting game for Roki because he had a nice strong performance against the Mets. But is it really Roki on the coming back? Or was it another mirage that we saw when Roki beat up the Angels earlier in the year and then returned back down to earth? In other words, was it the Mets or was it really an impressive performance by Roki? Hopefully today will tell us a lot. Calzone waits in, swung on and missed from the left-hand side of the plate with a forkball, and the count is now 0-1. Dominic Calzone hitting .264 in 94 games, 18 home runs and 49 ribbies. Away from first is Arozarena. Just walked, swung on and missed Calzone, and the count is now 0-2. It's a warm night, so expect a lot of home runs, as we saw 7 home runs flying out of here on Tuesday night. And in warm nights in Dodger Stadium, the ball does tend to carry. Okay, Roki looking in. Welcome in, D-Rock. Good to see D-Rock in the chat. 0-2 the count to Calzone. The pitch, swung on and fouled away. So 1 on, 1 out. Just the 3rd hitter of the game coming up in Dominic Calzone, and the count is 0-2 to him. So Roki walked Arozarena, and now they're going to throw over to him. He dives back to first. Count remains 0-2. D-Rock, you happen to have a whip on Wu, the pitcher for the Mariners tonight. Pitch on the ways, inside, fastball for ball 1. And now they're going to get a challenge here. So the catcher already challenging Rush, challenging it, and it is going to be a strike. Whoa, nice challenge. And down goes Calzone for the 2nd out of the inning, and Roki's first strikeout. 6 more to go if you're looking for that promotional jumbo jack of 7 strikeouts. Now comes up Rodriguez for the Mariners, hitting .255, 16 home runs and 46 ribbies. 1 on, 2 outs. Roki throws over to first. The ball gets away, and he'll take his base to second base. So now, a little more seriously, we got runner at second base in scoring position. So the Dodgers get a break by the strike being over, the ball being overruled for a strikeout. In the very next play, Roki throws it away into the dugout. Now you got a man at second to worry about. Pitch is taken for called strike 1, a fastball. 0-1 to Rodriguez. Bit of a tear, 300, 2 home runs, 9 ribbies in his last 19 games. So he's on a bit of a tear from his .255 batting average. Pitches inside, splitter missing for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rodriguez. Just the start of things here at the top of the first in Los Angeles. No score. 2 outs, 1 on. Pitch swung on and missed. Roki's got him now at 1-2 with a splitter. 1 strike away from striking out Rodriguez and getting out of this inning. Let's see what he can do. The pitch is swung on and fouled down the first base line. The first baseman, Naylor, waiting on deck for the Mariners. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rodriguez. Let's see if Roki's going to go after him right here. What's he going to do? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rodriguez. Runner at second base. And the 1-2 pitch, his 20th pitch. It's a high fly ball. Waiting there is Kike Hernandez in left field to make the catch. Kike catches it, and down go the Mariners. That ball went to the warning track. It carried on this hot evening. And the score after half an inning, Mariners 0, Dodgers coming up. Okay, and for those Dodgers, let's go down the lineup, the batting order for the Dodgers. Tommy Edman, there is no Shohei tonight. Shohei gets the night off. It'll be Tommy Edman leading off, followed by Pages, and then Freddie Freeman, Muncy, Tucker. Let's see here. Let me get a little. So after Tucker, then comes Teoscar Hernandez. He will be the DH tonight. That's why Kike is in left field for him this evening. And hitting 8th will be Dalton Rushing. And the 9th hitter will be Kike Hernandez, playing left field. The pitcher, Wu. Let's look at Wu. Get to know Wu right now before he comes to the mound for the Mariners. So Bryan Woo, he's 28 years old, 6'2", 208 pounds, out of Oakland, California. So he'll be facing the first 3 Dodgers to come to the plate right now. Tommy Edman, Andy Pages, and Freddie Freeman, and if anybody gets on, Max Muncy. So Dodgers trying to get the win tonight, win the series, and continue their streak alive of winning series. They won 3 series on the road against the Yankees, Phillies, and the Mets, trying to keep it going here at Dodger Stadium. So Bryan Woo in 20 starts has a 4.37 ERA in 115 innings, 114 strikeouts, 24 walks, and he's allowed 12 home runs. First pitch is taken way outside, fastball for ball 1. So on the road, at home he's 6-0. On the road he's 1-7. 2 totally different pitchers. A 6.52 ERA on the road. So the Dodgers trying to make sure that he doesn't change that. He's got a 2.2 ERA at home. So a totally different pitcher. Heckle and Hyde and Jekyll. Two totally different people. Here's the pitch. It's taken for called strike 2. So the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tommy Edman. Edman in 33 games, hitting .330, 2 home runs and 18 ribbies. The 1-2 pitch, just a little outside for ball 1. Indeed, D-Rock, good to see Kike back just in time, too. Give Ohtani a night off, and we got last night, Diaz was back, closing out the game. The 2-2 pitch is high, a sinker for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bryan Woo takes a big sigh of relief. The pitch. It's called strike 3. Now Edman's going to ask for a challenge of that. Let's see. Tommy Edman feels confident that that was a ball. They're going to go to the challenge, and it is a ball. And Edman will take his base. So the Dodgers, 2 challenges early in the game, and they win both of them. And Edman is aboard with a leadoff walk. And up comes Andy Pages. Last night, Pages was red hot, 3 for 4, home run and 2 ribbies. Let's see if Pages can keep it going tonight. Pitches a fastball for strike 1. In 107 games, Pages has hitting .267, 18 home runs and 71 ribbies. 8 games on base streak. So he's got an 8-game on base streak going right now. See if he can make it to 9 right here. The 0-1 pitch is outside. Catcher drops the ball, and moving over to second without a throw is Tommy Edman. So the catcher, Cal Raleigh, stood up, kind of acted like he was going to throw over to first, and then the ball slipped out of his glove before he could even throw it, and Tommy Edman took full advantage of it, taking the base. So now the Dodgers have a man in scoring position with no outs. Let's see if they can move him over, as the Mariners were unable to do that in their half of the inning. The 1-1 pitch swung on. There's a high fly ball hit out to Riley. It's going to bounce in front of him, rounding third, and is he going to come? No, he stops. Edman stops at third, so now you got runners at first and third and nobody out for the Dodgers, and now comes up Freddie Freeman. So that ball bounced just in front of Riley in right field. He came up gunning it home to Cal Raleigh at the plate, and no way was Tommy Edman going to challenge that. So Woo's already thrown 9 pitches, and he's found himself in a world of trouble already. Nobody out, runner at first and a runner at third. Freddie Freeman to the plate. Pitch is way inside for ball 1, a sinker. Freeman's on an 8-game hit streak, hitting .485 average, 4 doubles, 2 ribbies, 4 home runs. So let's see if he can keep this going on his little tear that he's been on. Pitch swung on and missed on a slider. The count is now 1 ball and 1 strike to Freddie Freeman. Freeman hitting .302, so he's finally made it over 300. 15 home runs and 53 ribbies. Chance for him to get a ribby home here, even with a scoring fly ball. Pitch swung on and missed, and it's now 1-2. I'd definitely be happy with a scoring fly ball just to stay away from that double play. Woo's 13th pitch on the way is low for ball 2 on the slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. We're in the first inning for the Dodgers. Pitch swung on and missed, and he got Freddie Freeman on a strikeout. and up comes Max Muncy. So Wu trying to put it together here and shut down the Dodgers. That's a good way to start. Strike out the first guy, and then you're going to try to get Muncy to double play, hit into a double play. In fact, looking back on it, so with one out, runner at first and third, the pitch is just a little outside on the slider, missing for ball one. Mookie Betts waiting on deck for the Dodgers. The 1-0 pitch from Wu is low for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Just the start of things here at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers have a runner at first, a runner at third, 1 out. And a 2-0 count to Muncy right now. Pitch is taken for a strike. So it's now 2-1. And if they challenge that, that'd be 3-0. So the Dodgers aren't going to challenge it. Just missing. But umpire gave him the break on that one, called it a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch swung on and missed by Muncy, and now suddenly on the sinker, it's a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. What you gonna do, Muncy? Pitch is swung on and missed. He strikes out with a curveball, and suddenly Wu has found himself the last 2 hitters striking him out consecutively, Freeman and Muncy, and now he's got Mookie Betts to deal with. So if Wu can somehow figure out how to get out of this jam, this may go a long ways. Meanwhile, his 20th pitch is about to come to Mookie Betts right now. Mookie hitting .229 in 71 games, 13 home runs and 34 ribbies. Trying to get a RBI right now. The pitch swung on and missed. So Bryan Woo has totally turned things around so far in the last 2 hitters. In the 21st pitch on the way, swung on, there's a line shot. It'll go up the alley all the way to the wall. In comes Edman to score easily. And let's see if Pages is going to score. He will score, and the Dodgers lead 2-0. And a double by Mookie Betts. So just when you thought the Mariners may miraculously get out of it, the Mookie Betts comes through and scores 2 runs on the double. So things like that, that's got to take the sail out of Bryan Woo right there. Let's see if it affects him now facing the next hitter in Kyle Tucker. He thought he was going to get out of the inning, and the Dodgers pulled him back in to continue this inning going. 2 outs, 1 on, Mookie Betts at second, and the Dodgers lead 2-0. Pitch on the way is a fastball low for ball 1. Now Cal Raleigh's going to ask for a challenge, trying to help out his pitcher here, and that'll be a ball. They'll lose a challenge. Again, so the Dodgers are sitting pretty on the right side of challenges this early in the game. They won 2 of their own, and they win this one from the Mariners, and now the Mariners got to go the rest of the game with only 1 challenge left. Dodgers 2, Mariners 0 on the double by Mookie, doubling home Edman and Pages. Pages from first base was motoring around quickly to score. Pitch to Tucker is a fastball taken outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes this season. Kyle Tucker in 101 games, hitting .237, 9 home runs and 51 ribbies. The pitch swung on, and a high fly ball waiting out there in left field is Arizona. He's got it, and that'll do it. So the Dodgers are done, but the Mariners give up 2 runs on 2 hits and also have an error. And the score after 1 complete inning in Dodger Stadium, Dodgers 2, Mariners 0. And coming up for those Mariners, it'll be the first baseman Naylor, followed by Cal Raleigh, and then the left fielder Riley. And if anybody gets on, the third baseman Wilson will be hitting. So that has to be a little demoralizing for Wu. He thought he was out of the inning, and he got pulled right back in on a double by Mookie Betts all the way to the wall in left center field. And by the time Arizona could pick that up and throw it in, 2 Dodger runs had scored. I think you're right, D-Rock. A bad home play. We saw that same thing. When was that? It was against the Mets. Very bad umpiring there behind the plate, calling balls strikes, balls. He was all over the map. And you're right, that was on Sunday's game. Really bad umpire behind the plate. I think both teams know it too. They're going to keep a sharp eye on them, but the Mariners already burned 1 of their challenges. Now they're down to 1 left. Got a poll going in the chat. Vote who's going to win this series tonight. Seattle won on Tuesday. Dodgers winning last night. Welcome in, Ann. Ann's in the chat. Welcome in to the Dodgers and the Mariners. Dodgers leading 2-0, getting 2 runs in the bottom of the first. So Roki threw 21 pitches in the first inning. Didn't give up any runs, but again, you got to keep those pitch count low if you want to stay around the game longer. As he did last start, he was out there pitching about 20 pitches an inning. Here's a pitch taken for called strike 1 to Naylor. Josh Naylor this season in 102 games, hitting .261, 8 home runs and 38 ribbies. So he's got a career high 20 game on base streak going for himself right now. Pitch is just a little high, but they'll call that a strike, and the count is now 0-2. The count to Naylor. Dodgers 2, Mariners 0. We're in the second inning, just the start of the second. Cal Raleigh on deck. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Roki has his 3rd strikeout of the game. Check that, 2nd strikeout of the game. So 2 strikeouts. And now comes up Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh a year ago was a monster at the plate when it came to home runs. This year, not so much, struggling with only 11 after the All-Star break. The pitch is low for ball 1 on the splitter. This season in 76 games, he's hitting .164, 11 home runs and 36 ribbies. You would be hard-pressed to believe this guy was one of the top guys for the MVP a year ago. The pitch is taken for called strike and a slider. Teammates call him the big dumper, waiting in right now. Roki looking in, ready for his 26th pitch of the game. Swung on and whacked foul along the first baseline into the stands. So the count is now 1-2. Dodgers 2, Mariners 0. We're in the second inning, 1 out. Roki trying to keep the momentum going from his last outing against the Mets. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and down he goes. Now Roky's got his third strikeout on the splitter, and there's 2 outs in the second inning. Last start, Roky was hard pressed to get out of an inning in order. So let's see if he can do it right now in the second inning. Didn't do it in the first inning. Served up quite a few pitches. And the pitch is taken for ball 1, a fastball, just missing. So the right fielder Raley's up to the plate. Taken low on the slider, ball 2. So Luke Raley is 94 games, hitting .227, 15 home runs, and 39 ribbies. 2 outs. 2-0 count. It'll be strike 1 and the slider, so it's now 2-1 the count. So Raley is making Roky pitch. He's not going up there helping him, free swinging. Pitch is swung on and missed. There's a swing and a miss on the fastball, and now the count is 2-2. 2-2 the count to Raley. 2 outs. We're in the second inning. Dodgers lead 2-0. And the 2-2 pitch swung on. There's a little ground ball hit sharply down to the second baseman. Edman throws quickly to Freddie Freeman, and down he goes. And the Mariners are done in the second inning. The score after 1.5 innings, Dodgers 2, Mariners 0. Welcome in, everybody, for tuning into this broadcast. It's a pleasure to be bringing the game to you this evening. Dodgers trying to win this series, keeping it going. They won their first 3 series out of the All-Star break against the Yankees, the Phillies, and the Mets. Came home, and now they're trying to keep it going before the Boston Red Sox, the red-hot Boston Red Sox, come in here tomorrow night. The Red Sox will be in here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and this place will be electrified. It'll give it kind of a maybe possibly World Series preview, the way the Red Sox have been playing of late. If you would have said that same sentence about 3-4 weeks ago, you'd have been laughed out of here. But now it's possible anything can happen when you get in the playoffs, and the Red Sox are getting very close to making the playoffs. But still a whole lot of baseball to be played before that happens. So for the Dodgers, it'll be Hernandez, Rushing, and Kike. So Teoscar Hernandez, Rushing, and Kike Hernandez. There'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up. And if anybody gets on, they go to the top of the order with Tommy Edman. Again, Shohei's taking the evening off, getting a little R&R rest before those Boston Red Sox come in tomorrow night. Don't forget, trading deadline is Monday at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 p.m. in the East. Will the Dodgers get Skubal? That's the big talk right now. Everybody's talking about that. That's one of the hottest things, discussions in baseball going right now when it comes to the trading deadline. Will they try to strengthen that pitching staff? Okay, so up comes Teoscar right now. His name has just been mentioned on some possible trades. Pitch is high for ball 1 on the sinker. Teoscar hitting .247, 8 home runs and 37 ribbies, making an unbelievable catch in the outfield last night. Now up to the plate right now. Pitch is swung on in a high fly ball. Waiting there is Young at second base for the catch, and there's 1 out. And up comes Dalton Rushing. So Dalton Rushing in his last 6 games hitting .400, 2 doubles, a home run, and 3 ribbies. Dalton Rushing, if you remember, started the year red hot, and then he cooled way down, and now he's starting to pick it back up again. The pitch from Wu is taken for ball 1 on the fastball. So in 72 games, Dalton Rushing hitting .257, 11 home runs, and 33 ribbies. Pitch swung on and missed, a fastball, and the count is now 1-1. So Rushing wading in. The pitch on the way is taken low and outside for ball 2 on the curveball. 2 balls, 1 strike to Dalton Rushing. We're in the 2nd inning. Dodgers lead 2-0 on the double by Mookie Betts. There's a pitch swung on and fouled away. Mookie doubled home Edman and Pages in the 1st inning, and that's where we're at. Sasaki has 2 strikeouts thus far, Blade. Thanks for checking in. Or pitches, actually he's got 3. Check that, he's got 3 strikeouts. And meanwhile, speaking of strikeouts, Wu just strikes out Rushing for his 3rd strikeout. So both pitchers have 3 strikeouts, and Kike gets a big cheer from the crowd as he's announced. Welcome back, Kike. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitcher's a first ball swinging. It'll be a ground ball down to the first baseman. He'll underhand Naylor to Wu, and that'll be it. It'll be a 3-1 put out, and the Dodgers are done in order. 1, 2, 3. The score after 2 complete innings, the Dodgers 2, the Mariners 0. Yes, you're right, D-Rock. Trading deadline is Monday, August 3rd at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock in the East. You know what? I think you have a very good chance of getting that. Roki was looking good today. You might even sew that up in this inning. It'll be Wilson, Emerson, and Young coming up. Again, as I started this broadcast, the big question, is Roki back? Is it the real Roki suddenly that we saw last week go out there and muscle through against the Mets? Or is this a mirage, the same thing we saw when he pitched well against the Angels and then came back down to earth once the Angels weren't his opponent? We'll find out. So again, it'll be Wilson, Emerson, and Young. Roki's walked 1 and has struck out 3. As far as Bryan Woo, he has walked 1 and struck out 3. So exactly the same thing they've got, except the fact that Bryan Woo's given up 2 runs and 2 hits. By the way, Roki's working on a no-hitter, dare I say, as we move to the top of the 3rd inning. Max Muncy, Game 7 home run bobblehead, August 10th against the Royals. That's a Monday, August 10th. If you're looking for a Max Muncy bobblehead, come out to the ballpark August 10th. The pitch from Roki is taken for called strike one on the slider to Wilson. Alrighty, we'll see you then, Blade. 0-1 the count. The pitch is taken for ball one on the slider, 88-mile-an-hour slider. Let me get a reading on what his fastball is. His slider's 88. Let's see what he's got. Now, that looks like a splitter 91 taken for a strike, and the count is now 1-2. This season, Weston Wilson, in 40 games, hitting .218, 3 home runs and 10 ribbies. The 1-2 pitch count is taken for called strike three, and there it is. So Mr. Blade is 2 strikeouts away from his goal. Roki's got 4 strikeouts. As Roki's really looking good so far, not to jinx him, but he's really looking good. He's thrown 36 pitches, kept his pitch count lower in that second inning. We're in the third, 1 out. Pitch swung on and missed by Emerson. Emerson comes in here this season in 56 games, hitting .200, 7 home runs and 21 ribbies. Roki looking down. His 38th pitch swung on and missed into 0-2. So Roki's 1 strike away from collecting his 5th strikeout of the game. Oh, 0-2 the count to Emerson. The 0-2 pitch, way outside, a splitter 92. His count is now 1-2. Still looking to get you that fastball reading there, D-Rock. Hang in there. 2-0 Dodgers lead. We're in the third inning, 1 out for the Mariners. Roki's already struck out 4 guys. The pitch swung on and missed. He's got his 5th, a 100-mile-an-hour fastball on his 5th strikeout. So there's 2 outs now in the third inning. And up comes Young, the second baseman. Roki's really feeling it. His 41st pitch is just a little outside the splitter, missing for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 0-1 pitch, low for ball 2 on the slider. Cole Young grounded out his first time up. So now the Mariners are getting a second look at Roki. Pitch swung on and missed. Slider, 2-1. Third inning, 2 outs. Dodgers leading 2-0. Mookie Betts doubled home Edman and Paez in the first inning, and that's where we're at right now. Dodgers 2, Mariners nothing. The pitch on the way. Just a little outside the fastball. Another 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So Roki's dealing, but now he's 3 balls and 1 strike to Young. Can't get sloppy here and walk him. The pitch. Strike on the fastball. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Suddenly the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, a little ground ball foul. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Roki's thrown 46 pitches already. We're in the third inning, almost out of the third. Pitch swung on, fouled again on the slider. So he got 20 pitches in the first inning, 12 in the second. And trying desperately to keep that pitch count low so he can hang around a little longer, the way these managers in baseball today like to stick to that 100 pitch count. Let's see if he can get him here before he gets to the 50th pitch. He's at 47 right now. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, and yet another foul ball. His 48th. Arizona waiting on deck. The left fielder. The 3-2 count to Young. Swung on, a little ground ball, base hit, whacked into center field. Paez picks it up, and that is the first hit for the Mariners this evening. So with 1 on, 2 outs, we're in the 3rd inning. Up comes pitch is low, thrown over to first. And Roki's now thrown 50 pitches. Arozarena waiting in. He walked his first time up. The 1-0 pitch on the way to Arozarena is taken for called strike 1. Fastball, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. So he's still dealing, D-Rock, keeping it up there. Speed. Dodgers 2, Mariners 0. We're in the 3rd inning. 1 on, 2 outs. The pitch swung on, a high fly ball to Paez. Come in quickly. He's got it. And that'll do it for the Mariners in the 3rd inning. And Roki, even though his pitch count is high, he's only allowed 1 hit through 3 innings. The score at the end of 2.5. Dodgers 2, Mariners 0. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to this broadcast. It's a pleasure to be bringing it to you today. If you're enjoying it, give it a thumbs up. If you're really enjoying it, would like to see more of my work, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's free. Trying to build a channel here and keep things going, so I can continue bringing you the best in play-by-play the only way I know how to do it. I know there's a lot of other channels out there you can choose from, so I'm glad you at least for a little bit of a time chose this one. So anyways, back to live action of what we got going for the Dodgers over the weekend. It'll be the Boston Red Sox coming in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tomorrow's start will be a 7:10 start at Dodger Stadium. And then a 6:10 start on Saturday night. For the Dodgers, it'll be Tommy Edman, Andy Paez, and Freddie Freeman. And if anybody gets on, Max Muncy. Thank you, D-Rock. Appreciate the support you've given along the way. Appreciate it indeed. Your help is always appreciated. So with Roki and his 5 strikeouts, he's only 2 strikeouts away from that free burger promotion. That was what Blade's looking forward to. He says he'll check back in 20 minutes and see what he's at. He went off to make burgers. Tomorrow he can have a burger on Roki tomorrow with the purchase of a large drink if the Dodgers can get 2 more strikeouts today. Okay, so Tommy Edman comes in. He scored in the first inning. He walked and then he came around and scored. The pitch swung on, and a high fly ball moving out there at shortstop to make the catch is Emerson, and there's 1 out. So Tommy Edman going up there, first ball swinging. Wu has only thrown 33 pitches. So first ball swinging is definitely going to help Wu. And up comes Pages. Pages singled and then came around and scored on that double by Mookie. And that's where we're at now, 2-0. Dodgers lead in this game. Pitch is high. No, they're going to call that a strike. Okay, sinker. So it's 0-1 the count. Pages kind of gave the umpire a look like, really? And there's not going to be a challenge. Good thing, because it showed that it would have been a strike, just barely, but it would have been a strike. So Wu has now thrown 34 pitches. Dodgers 2, Mariners nothing. We're in the third inning with 1 out. Freddie Freeman on deck. Pitches inside, a sinker for ball 1. So 1-1 the count to Pages. Pitch swung on and fouled away. Wu's 37th pitch on a 1-2 count, swung on and fouled away on the sweeper to Pages. The count remains 1-2. We're in the third inning, 1 out. Freddie Freeman waiting on deck. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch is a sinker, missing for ball 2. So the count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pages. We're in the third inning with 1 out. Dodgers leading 2-0. '40th pitch from Wu is curveball, just missing outside in the dirt, and the count is now 3-2. Wu, the 3-2 pitch is a ground ball hit sharply into center field for a base hit just past Emerson at short, and Pages is aboard. So Pages is aboard with his 2nd hit of the game. He's starting to heat up. And up comes Freddie Freeman. We're in the third inning, 1 on, 1 out. Sharply hit ground ball off of the glove of Naylor at first. He's going to picked up by Young at second. He's going to throw him out at first. Meanwhile, Pages will go safely onto second base on the fielder's choice. So that was a hot shot right off of the glove of Naylor. He couldn't handle it, but it ricocheted just luckily for the Mariners over to the second baseman. He threw out Freddie Freeman at first. So it'll be a 4-3 fielder's choice as Pages moves to second base, and now there's 2 outs in the third inning. Muncy up there takes curveball outside for ball 1. Muncy struck out in his first plate appearance, trying to get an RBI here after striking out in the first inning against Wu. Pitch swung on and fouled away. A slider, and the count is now 1-1. That ball fouled right off of Muncy's right leg, and he's hobbling around trying to shake it off around the batter's box. So that's why we have a little bit of a delay here, and he's ready to hop back in. 1-1 the count to Muncy. Pages away from second base with 2 outs in the third inning. Dodgers lead 2-0 on the double by Mookie Betts to get 2 runs in. Edman and Pages in the first inning. The 1-1 pitch from Wu is way high and outside. Fastball missing badly, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. And Wu's thrown 45 pitches. So 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch swung on and missed, a sinker, and now it's 2-2. Waiting on deck, Mookie Betts, the man that doubled home 2 runs in the first inning. Let's see what Muncy's going to do here at the plate on the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. A slider. Count remains 2-2. The monster of Muncy, says D-Rock. He's right. The 2-2 pitch. Hilly inside for ball 3. Muncy had a dreadful night in, where was that, New York. He struck out 4 times in 1 game. No, actually it was in Philly. There's a pitch swung on and missed. And down goes Muncy. And the Dodgers are done. The score after 3 complete innings in Los Angeles. Dodgers 2, Seattle 0. Mariners coming up. So for the Mariners, Canzone, Rodriguez, and Naylor will be up there taking their shots at Roque. Roque has really been on his game through 3 innings. I know it's only 3. He's only given up 1 hit, struck out 5, allowed 1 walk, and obviously hasn't given up any runs at all. Let's see if Roque can keep it going here as we go into the 4th inning. Okay, so as we wait here for Roque to come on out and get to the mound and continue to see if he can keep it going. Scores around the league. Let's see what the Red Sox did. Oh, there's the Red Sox. They're involved in a 3-3 tie right now against the A's in the bottom of the 5th inning. So 3-3 Red Sox. They'll be in here tomorrow night. Take it on the Dodgers for a 3-game homestand for the Dodgers. So we're just about ready to get things going. There's a Salvadorian Heritage Night, August 11th on Tuesday at 7:10 against the Royals. So El Salvadorian Night, August 11th against the Royals. Meanwhile, Roque back to live action on the mound. Pitch on the way is taken outside for ball 1 to Canzone on the splitter. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Dominic Canzone struck out in his first plate appearance. Now he's getting a second look at Roque. Pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play on the fastball, a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. So he's still keeping it going, D-Rock. He's still keeping it going, 4th inning. And 54 pitches he's now thrown. So let's hope for a low pitch quick inning here to keep them in the game a little bit longer. Swung on and missed on the 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Roki's got his 6th strikeout. And we're going to see a happy Blade when he comes back next. He got his 6th that he bet on, and Roki's got his 6th strikeout in the game. And there's 1 out in the 4th inning. Roki's really looking good. That was a nice splitter that really Canzone swung and looked really awkward and bad at swinging at it. And up comes Rodriguez. Rodriguez swings and misses, waving at that pitch. Whoa, Roki's really breaking off some dandies here in this game. 0-1 the count to Rodriguez. Pitch on the way is way outside, a fast four-seam fastball, 100-mile-an-hour missing. Dodgers 2, Mariners nothing. Dodgers got their 2 runs in the 1st inning, and they're trying to make it stand up here. That was a double by Mookie Betts, bringing home 2. There's a high fly ball waiting there as Pages in center. He's got it for the 2nd out in the 4th inning. So Roki, 1 strikeout away from getting burgers for the fans. Jumbo Jacks with a purchase of a large drink. Let's see if Roki can do it in this inning. Naylor now coming up. Roki's thrown 59 pitches in the game. Josh Naylor 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim his first time around. The pitch, high fly ball, first ball swinging, waiting for it is Tucker. He's got it, and that'll do it for the Mariners on an easy 1-2-3 inning. And that'll do it. The score after 3.5, Dodgers 2, Mariners 0. So nicely done. Roki's on his game, and 6 strikeouts indeed by Roki. For the Dodgers, coming up will be Betts, Tucker, and Teoscar Hernandez. Again, a reminder, Monday, you'll start to hear more and more about it. Tomorrow, and as the days go on, is the trading deadline. Monday, 12 p.m. on the West Coast, 3 p.m. on the East Coast. Will the Dodgers make a deal? Roki has only allowed 1 hit in this game. He's looking like Yamamoto out there tonight. The line so far in this game is Dodgers 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. The Mariners, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. So, for the most part, Bryan Woo hasn't pitched too bad. It's just Roki has been incredibly red hot tonight. And Bryan Woo is going to be out there now for his 4th inning of work. So Mookie now coming up, getting a big warm welcome by the home fans after driving home 2 guys in the 1st inning, and that's how the Dodgers lead on the Mookie Betts double. And Mookie's standing up there now against Woo. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away on the sinker. No balls, 1 strike to Betts. We're in the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed by Betts on the fastball. 96-mile-an-hour fastball by Wu. So Wu's also bringing it on a warm evening in Dodger Stadium. Surprised more balls aren't flying out of here like they were on Tuesday night when we had 7 home runs from both teams. Sweeper is taken for ball 1, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mookie. Kyle Tucker waiting on deck. Wu's 53rd pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled away the fastball, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And the count is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Betts. High for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mookie. Swung on. There's a high fly ball, but waiting for it there is Arizona. He's got it for the first out. So 1 out, and up comes Kyle Tucker. So Kyle Tucker 0 for 1 with a fly out in his first at bat. 1 out, 4th inning. Dodgers 2, Mariners 0. Wu has thrown 55 pitches so far. Pitch is fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Oh and 1 the count. Low in the dirt for a ball. Slider missing. The count is now 1-1. Waiting on deck for the Dodgers is Teoscar Hernandez. Now we have 2 Hernandez in the lineup, so I got to call them Teoscar and Kike. 2 balls and 1 strike. The ball missing badly out there by Wu. So the count is now 2-1. Swung on and fouled away in the sinker. Count is now 2-2. And Wu's 60th pitch is on its way. Way inside, fastball missing, 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is now 3-2. 1 out in the 4th, Dodgers leading 2-0. Pitch is just a little outside, and Kyle Tucker's walked. So with 1 out, we now got 1 on, and up comes Teoscar. So Teoscar popped out in his first plate appearance. Pitchers are, there goes Rowley's throw to second. Kyle Tucker has stolen second base. So he's in there. So a nice, rare show of speed by Tucker, as he got a nice jump and slid in there safely before the throw got there. And the count is 1 ball, no strikes to Teoscar. Now, with a man in scoring position, let's see if Teoscar can drive him home. The 1-0 pitch is taken for called strike one on the slider. So the count is now 1-1. Waiting on deck is Dalton Rushing. 1 out in the 4th inning. We got a runner in scoring position in Tucker, and Teoscar's got a 1-1 count. Pitch is way inside for ball 2. Sinker missing. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. We got a poll question going in the chat, and the Dodgers have a 100% agreeing that the Dodgers will win it. Pitcher's a ground ball hit sharply down to third baseman. He's going to pick it up, throw way too late as Hernandez makes it. Wilson's throw just a little late, and Tucker had to stay at second since that ball was hit in front of him at third. So now we got 2 on. Nice Hernandez. He is said to be the fastest Dodger runner on the team, and on that nice blazing speed down the line, I would believe it. So Woo now, with 1 out, has 2 on. He's thrown 65 pitches, and he's got Dalton Rushing to the plate. The pitch, taken for called strike one on the fastball. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Woo had 2 on in the 1st inning with no outs, managed to get 2 outs, was almost out of the inning until Mookie Betts hit that double to bring home the 2 runs. Pitch swung on, there's a whack shot, way back and gone! Home run by Dalton Rushing, and a 3-run shot takes the Dodgers to a 5-0 lead. That's Dalton Rushing's 12th home run of the year, and the Dodgers now lead 5-0 on a 400-foot home run by Dalton Rushing. So that'll make things a whole lot easier for Roki, as now you see why Bryan Woo is the hard luck snake bit pitcher on the road. As we showed you his stats earlier, home versus road. And there's a big swing and a miss by Kike at the plate. And the count is now 0-1 to Kike. So he got all of that, did Rushing, and he stood at the plate and watched it go. And away it went. Swung on and missed on the slider. And it's now 0-2 to Kike. He has been on a tear, as I said earlier, of late. 0-2 pitch to Kike is low on the sweeper for ball 1. So with the uncertainty of when Will Smith will be back, no word on it, Dalton Rushing is getting into fine shape right now. The 71st pitch swung on and missed to Kike, and he'll strike out. That'll be Woo's 5th strikeout of the game. And there's 2 outs now in the 4th. But that slider was the pitch that Woo served up to Dalton Rushing on a silver platter, and Rushing promptly delivered it deep into the Mariners bullpen, and he comes back and gets the sunflower seed shower. So Woo almost was out of that inning. So twice he's been snake bit with 2 outs when he thought he was going to get out of the inning, and he's pulled back in. There's a pitch swung on. Actually, there was 1 out when that home run happened. Sinker is taken for ball 1. So now there's 2 outs. We're in the 4th inning. Dodgers 5, Mariners 0. Swung on and missed by Tommy Edman. It's his 3rd plate appearance. He scored with Pages in the 1st inning on the double by Betts. That made it 2-0. And then now he got the 3-run shot by Dalton Rushing, driving home 2 on the base. The pitch is swung on and fouled away in the sinker. And it's a 1-2 count. 2 outs in the 4th. 5-0 Dodgers on 2 big swings of the bat. One by Mookie Betts with a double driving home 2, and Dalton Rushing with a 3-run home run. So Roki needs 3 more outs to be the pitcher of record. Let's see if he can go after it and get them in order in the top of the 5th. Pitch, a curveball is taken low for ball 2. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Andy Pages. The 2-2 pitch is strike 3 called, and that'll do it. That's Woo's 6th strikeout. Let me double check that. Meanwhile, the 3-run shots, the big news of this inning, and the Dodgers, 5 runs on 5 hits, lead 5-0 at the end of 4 complete innings. So yes, I was right. So Bryan Woo has 6 strikeouts. He's walked 2. Roki has 6 strikeouts, and he's walked 1. But the big difference is Roki's only given up 1 hit. Bryan Woo's given up 5 hits and 5 runs. So that's why the Dodgers have a 5-0 lead, really on 2 big swings of the bat. One by Mookie Betts with a 2-run double to bring home 2 in the first, and then the 3-run home run by Dalton Rushing right now, and that's where we're at, 5-0 through 4 complete innings. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to this broadcast. Sincerely enjoy and appreciate you being along here with me for this game. If you're enjoying it, hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate it so more people can see that this broadcast is happening. That's the way it works in the YouTube world. That's why they say hit the like button, so others will then, YouTube will push it forward. More people can see it. And you can also subscribe. It's free. I'm going to be here all year long bringing you Dodger baseball and right on into the football season as well. So meanwhile, once again, don't forget, tomorrow night, the Boston Red Sox come to town. And what are they doing in their game? They're trailing 4-3 in the 7th inning against the Athletics. So if they do drop that game to the A's, they're not going to come in at all a bunch of happy campers. Meanwhile, for Roki, he's got 3 more outs to go to be the pitcher of record. Let's see if he can get it. Cal Raleigh to the plate. First pitch is taken on a fastball, the 98-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. That's Roki's 61st pitch. The 0-1 pitch to Raleigh's taken low. The splitter for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Cal Raleigh, 0 for 1, struck out in his first at-bat. Pitch swung on and missed. Now his back's to the wall at 1-2. Waiting on deck, the right fielder Raleigh. 1-2 the count to Raleigh. Cal Raleigh. Pitches taken for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Roki's got his 7th strikeout on a 100-mile-an-hour strike. And there's your 7th strikeout, your jumbo jack all around. Purchase large drink tomorrow and you're in there at Jack in the Box. So that'll close the books on that promotion. And Cal Raleigh swinging for the fences, coming up empty on Roki's 65th pitch. Pitch swung on and missed. So the 0-1 the count. Pitch swung on and missed. Splitter, 0-2. He's really feeling it and going after it. Wow. He is really looking impressive. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on a high fly ball. Waiting there is Kike and left. He's got it for the second out. And there's 2 outs in the 5th inning. And his pitch count is at 68. So not bad. He's straightened things out here. He was going sideways in the 1st inning by having 20 pitches. Then he buckled down in the 2nd inning, only had 12 pitches, and now he's at 68 in the game. See if he can get out of here under 70 pitches. Pitch. Taken for called strike 1 on the fastball. 99-mile-an-hour fastball, so he's still dealing. Close to 70 pitches, throwing 99 miles an hour. And yes, in D-Rock, you're right, number 7. Pitch swung on. There's a little, just over the leaping Freddie Freeman, and a base hit into right field. And we got a 2-out bloop single. And Wilson's aboard. And Emerson now coming up. So if Freddie Freeman were just an inch taller, he would have caught that. And he's already tall. So Roky's thrown 70 pitches already in this game, but we're in the 5th inning. He's doing well, very well. Only the 2nd hit he's allowed all game. Pitch is taken for ball 1 to Colt Emerson. He struck out his first at-bat. Pitch swung on and missed by Emerson. He's hitting 199. So Roky, I think he's going to go after him now. Give him his 100-mile-an-hour fastball and say, look at me now. Come after me. I could see it in Roky's eyes. The pitch swung on. There's a little number hit right back to Roky. Roky's going to carry it all the way to himself and get him out as Emerson was hustling to first, making it a lot closer than you would have thought. But nonetheless, he's done, and the Mariners are done. And the score after 5 complete innings in Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers 5, the Mariners 0. Nothing, nada. As it'll be Pages, Freeman, and Muncy coming up to the plate. So Roky has only allowed 2 hits. He's really on his game. 7 strikeouts, 2 hits. Keep it going, Roky. Incredible. So if you joined us a little late, Dodgers got 2 runs in the 1st inning on the double by Mookie Betts, driving home Edman and Pages. And then in the 3rd inning, a 3-run shot by Dalton Rushing, and that's where we're at. That was in the 4th inning when Dalton Rushing hit that 3-run home run, and that's where we're at right now. 5-0 Dodgers lead as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. And it'll be Pages coming up right now to face Wu, who's still in the game. So Andy Pages coming up. He has really had a good night at the plate tonight. He had one last night, so he's keeping it going. He's going to need to with the Red Sox coming in over the weekend. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles this evening. Pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the sinker. No Shohei Ohtani tonight. He's getting the rest. Teoscar is DHing for the Dodgers. They put Kike, who's returned. The return of Kike, he's in left field. The pitch is taken for called strike 2 on the sinker. 0-2 the count to Pages. Wu has thrown 78 pitches, getting ready for his 79th right now. The 0-2 pitch, just a little high on the fastball for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5th inning, Dodgers 5, Mariners 0. One-two pitch, swung on and fouled away. Freddie Freeman waiting on deck. The big story is Roki, 7 strikeouts, only allowed 2 hits. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to third baseman. Wilson throws on over the first at Naylor for the out. A 5-3 put out, and with 1 out in the 5th, up comes Freddie Freeman. So Bryan Woo's 2 innings, the first inning he threw 24 pitches. That's when he allowed the 2 runs in on the double. And in the 4th inning, he pitched 27 pitches. That's when he allowed the 3-run home run. Other than that, Wu has not pitched badly at all. He's got, there's a pitch it's taken for called strike 1 on the changeup. Freddie Freeman, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out, waiting in. And the 0-1 pitch from Wu is high, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to Freddie Freeman. Taken for called strike 2 on the sinker. Wu. His next pitch will be his 85th pitch, so this might be his last inning of work. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And Wu has 7 strikeouts. So amazing how his numbers are very similar to Roki's, except Roki has only allowed 2 hits and no runs. But as far as the strikeouts and walks, it's very similar. So with 2 outs in the 5th inning, up comes Max Muncy. As D-Rock referred to him, the monster of Muncy, coming up now. Pitch is taken outside for ball 1 on the sinker. Max Muncy 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Hoping not to repeat that 4 strikeout night he had a few nights ago when he was on the road. The 0-1 pitch taken outside for ball 1 on the changeup. One ball, 1 strike. Dodgers 5, Mariners nothing. We're in the 5th inning, 2 outs. Meanwhile, Karros and Muncy are tied with 130 home runs at Dodger Stadium. The pitch is taken for a curveball for strike 2. So the next home run Muncy hits at Dodger Stadium, he'll be all alone, number 1 spot, having the all-time Los Angeles Dodger leader in home runs at Dodger Stadium. He and Karros each have 130. The pitch is low and in the dirt for a Wu now getting ready for his 90th pitch. The 2-2 pitch to Muncy. Taken high for ball 3 on the sinker, and the count is now full. So way to hang in there, Muncy. He was down 0-2, and now he's battled back with 3 balls for a full count. 2 outs. We're in the 5th inning. Dodgers 5, Mariners nothing. Swung on and missed, and down goes Muncy. Drops the hat and helmet at the plate, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 5th inning. The score after 5 complete, Dodgers 5, Mariners nothing. I'll be right back after this very short timeout.
In the beaches we gather, excitement on fire, Dodgers on the field, hearts soaring higher, never lost in the moment, Roma at the game, broadcasting the thrill, it will never be the same. For every home run, we rise and we cheer, Dodgers play on, bringing summer near. Into the game, in the track of the bat. Dodgers in the zone, can you believe that? Every pitch count, gonna make it last. Chase the victory, pulling pitching in the past. Get to the stand, sing loud and proud. Never lost over, we stand for the crowd. Broadcast we live, supposed to score. Everyone the champ, we always want more.
Okay, as we get ready to move to the top of the 6th inning, Roki will be facing Young, the top of the order for the Mariners. Young, Arrow, I'm having been struggling all night with this guy's name. Arozarena, and then followed by Canzone. And if anybody gets on, Cal Raleigh. Meanwhile, promotion tomorrow, Kyle Tucker bobblehead against the Red Sox. First 40,000 fans in attendance get a Kyle Tucker bobblehead. Okay, back to live action. And at the plate comes Young. The pitch is taken for a called strike 1 by Roki. Roki still throwing 98 miles an hour. His 75th pitch is about to come right now. Pitch is taken a little outside for ball 1. Missing on the splitter. One and one, the count to Young. Dodgers 5, Mariners 0. We're in the 6th. There's a ground ball hit sharply into center field. Cutting it off is, Pages slides on the turf, and it gets by him all the way to the wall. Meanwhile, rounding second, going to third is Young with a gift triple. As Pages tried to keep that in front of him, he lost his footing, and the ball got right by him as he slid. And on third base is Young now with nobody out. And that's the 3rd hit that Roki's allowed. And now he's on the verge of giving up a run. But it's 5-0 lead Dodgers got. At least he's got the cushion. Pitch on the way, swung on. There's a shot hit into the alley, and it's going to go to the wall. In comes Young to score. Rounding first, going into second is Arozarena. And now, with no outs, you got a man at second base, a 5-1 Dodger lead. And let's see. We got Canzone coming up now. Arozarena with a doubling home a run. And now Sasaki, who had not allowed only allowed 2 hits coming into this inning, now is allowed 4 hits and a run, and still no outs. A slider taken for ball 1 to Canzone. No action yet in the Dodger bullpen. We're in the 6th inning. Rocky's thrown 78 pitches. No outs, 6th inning, 1 on. The pitch, inside, fastball missing for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Canzone. Waiting on deck is Rodriguez. The pitch is slider missing for ball 3. So, as good as Roky has been, one little unfortunate break here, and then suddenly, when that ball gets past Pages, that changes the complexity of it. Next man up hits a double, and now he's 3 balls and no strikes to Canzone. And that's ball 4. So it gives him 4 straight balls, and up comes Rodriguez. Suddenly a comfortable 5-1 lead. Doesn't look so comfortable with Rodriguez coming to the plate. Mark Prior milling around in the Dodger dugout, see if he's going to go on out to the mound. No word yet. So 2 on, no outs. We're in the 6th inning. Dodgers lead 5-1 over the Mariners with no outs. And now we start to see some action in the Dodger bullpen, and would you believe it's Jack Dreyer. Pitch on the way, swung on, there's a shot. Oh, what a catch by Muncy at third, leaping to catch that. So that'll go a long way. So now suddenly there's 1 out and 2 on. And up comes Naylor, the first baseman. Nice hops by Muncy to go high up to get it. And now with 1 out, 2 on, and 82 pitches that Roky's thrown, up comes the first baseman Naylor, who's 0 for 2 in this game. There's a little number right back to foul. Just got foul. So it's 0-1 the count. All runners return back to their bases. So this figures to possibly be Roky's last inning of work with 83 pitches. It's going to take him a few more to get out of this inning unless they shoot 2 right here in a double play. The 0-1 the count to Naylor. Swung on and fouled away. Suddenly it's 0-2 on the splitter. So now, with an 0-2 count, Roky's in the driver's seat here when it comes to Naylor. Let's see what he's going to serve up to him. The pitch, swung on and line shot into left field for a base hit. Suddenly the bases are loaded. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And with 1 out, the tying run comes to the plate. In Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, the man who was the big star a year ago with home runs, has a chance to really hurt the Dodgers right now with 1. And out comes Mark Prior to the mound to have a few words with Roky. So 85 pitches Roky's thrown. God, I hope a double play right now. I do not want to see Jack Dreyer up there with anybody on base. One out, bases loaded. Roky has really pitched a fine game coming into this inning, into the 6th. Little snake bit here on that ball that was wickedly played by Pajes in the outfield. It got by him as he slid, went to the wall, got a triple. The next guy up hits a double. Suddenly it's 5-1. Next thing you know, the bases are loaded now, and Cal Raleigh up there. Cal Raleigh is 0 for 2. He struck out twice, hitting 163. The pitch, high for ball one on the fastball. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. The pitch is taking a splitter. Blade, he got it. He got his 7 strikeouts. As you see D-Rock up there with number 7. 7 strikeouts for Roki. So you've got your money in the bank on that, banking on 6. But meanwhile, Roki's in a whole lot of trouble right now. 2-0 the count. The pitch is taken for ball 3, a slider, and he's 1 ball away from walking in a run. And Dave Roberts is standing up with hands over the rail, looking on in the Dodger dugout. Throughout the whole game, he was kicking back, resting. There's a pitch taken for called strike 1 on the fastball. So the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike to Raleigh. Cal Raleigh, bases loaded, tying run at the plate. 5-1 Dodgers lead. We're in the 6th inning. And it's a 3-1 count to Raleigh right here, right now. Let's see what you're going to do, Roki. And the pitch is outside for ball 4, and he's walked in a run. Bases remain loaded, and the score is now 5-2. And that'll be it. Dave Roberts is now going out to the mound, and he's going to bring in Jack Dreyer. Can you believe that? Jack Dreyer. Oh. Oh, no, 9. And it's for Roki, and they're taking Roki out. Wow, you went high on that. 9 strikers. So it was over and under, I guess. So we still got a whole lot of baseball here to be played. But for Roki, he's calling it a night after 90 pitches. But more importantly, I'm very much concerned about Jack Dreyer coming in. He hasn't fared too well, at least games that I've been covering, when he's on the mound. Old LA fans may remember Jack Youngblood, and I start along the same defense with Jack Youngblood and Fred Dreyer. So right now, I'd rather have Jack Youngblood or Fred Dreyer pitching instead of Jack Dreyer. Prove me wrong, Jack Dreyer. Strike out the side here and get out of this game. But I'm very much concerned to the Dodgers right now with their chances with the bases loaded. Very much concerned with Jack Dreyer coming in. Best case scenario, Dreyer comes in here, strikes out 2, and maybe the Dodgers throw him in on a package deal for Skubal. Who knows? His name hasn't really been mentioned, just me wishful thinking. So it'll be a pinch hitter now coming in for the Mariners. So pinch hitting for Riley. So Dreyer, 4-1, 3.16 ERA, 42 innings, 49 strikeouts, 12 walks. So Rob Refsnyder coming in. Refsnyder's pitch is foul. So now the count is 0-1. So let's go, Dreyer. You got ahead of him on the count. No balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, 1 out. We're in the 6th inning. Dodgers 5, Mariners 2, but they got the bases loaded, and Refsnyder to the plate. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, nice curveball for strike 2. So now Dreyer's 1 strike away from striking out Refsnyder and getting the second out of the inning. Let's see what he's going to do. The 0-2 pitch, swung on, he missed, he did it. Nicely done. So 2 outs now, and the strikeout by Jack Dreyer. So Dreyer broke off a dandy of a curveball there, and Roki looking on very much concerned from the Dodger dugout with almost tears in his eyes as he sees Dreyer up there. Bases remain loaded. Now there's 2 outs. We're in the 6th, and Wilson's up there. Pitcher's a little ground ball. He's going to get out of the inning. Hit the Betts. He's going to throw to first. Tags him going by. Wow, he got him. Unbelievable. Mookie Betts' throw was offline, but a nice catch by Freddie Freeman moving up the line to tag the runner going by. Incredibly played by Freddie Freeman, and that's the end of the inning. So when you're good, that's great. When you're lucky, that's even better. The score after 5.5 innings, Dodgers 5, the Mariners 2 on a marvelous play made by Freddie Freeman, saving the Dodgers on that one. If he doesn't make that catch and tag, this inning is still going, and it's a 5-3 score. Remember that one right there as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Mookie Betts, Kyle Tucker, and Teoscar. So Mookie had a lot of time, maybe too much time to throw, and that's why his throw was a little bit offline. But luckily, Freddie Freeman bailed him out nicely with a nice catch and tag. And it'll be a new pitcher, Hop, coming in for the Mariners to face Mookie Betts. So Hop getting his warm-up pitches in. Be ready for the bottom of the 6th inning here in a few moments. So Dreyer gets out of the inning. Nicely pitched. And he did it last time. In his last outing, he got out of a tough jam to end the inning. It was 1 out that he got. And then Dave Roberts let him go out the next inning, and that's when he walked 2 men on, and then Evan Phillips gave up the 3-run shot. The Dodgers wound up losing that game. So that's it. Keep Dreyer, get him, have his 2 innings, bring in somebody else. Don't let Dreyer go out there for another inning. At least that's my thinking here. He has shown he can get out of the jam, but when you put him in for his own inning, things start to happen bad. Okay, back to live action. Betts swings and fouls it away on the sinker. Oh, 0-1 the count to Betts. Pitch is taken for called strike 2 on a 100-mile-an-hour pitch. Alex Hoppe, 23 games, 0-1 record, hitting his 5.88 ERA, 31 strikeouts, 11 walks, and 26 innings. Pitch is outside for ball 1. He's allowed 1 home run on the year. So Hoppe trying to shut down the Dodgers and give his Mariners a chance as they go to the 7th inning and down to their last 9 outs. The pitch is way inside for ball 2 on the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mookie Betts. Dodgers 5, Mariners 2, coming up with 2 runs in that top of the 6th inning to make it interesting. swung on and fouled away by Mookie on the fastball. So for Roki, the 2-2 the count to Betts. Pitches taken for called strike three. Mookie's going to go ahead and challenge this. I think he's going to win this challenge. And the challenge is going to be good for Mookie. It looked like he was going to be punched out. As D-Rock said, shoddy home plate umpiring. They would have punched out Mookie had Mookie not challenged it, and the count is now 3-2. We can go ahead and close the books on Roki. In 5 1/3 inning, he gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Mookie Betts' pitch is fouled away, back and out of play. So not a bad outing at all for Roki. Things got a little shaky there in the 6th inning, but he pitched a really strong 5 innings. So Roki can only win this game or have nothing to do with it. There's a pitch swung on and flying foul by Mookie. Count remains 3-2. Mookie pitched too well in this game to lose it, and I'm so glad that he's not going to get clubbed with a loss. Three and 2 the count. Strike 3 and Mookie Betts goes down. On the slider, took him 9 pitches to get him, but he's done. And now there's 1 out in the 6th inning, and up comes Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker comes up 0 for 1 with a walk, a run scored, and a stolen base. Pitch is taken for called strike 1, a fastball. We're in the 6th inning, 1 out. Dodgers 5, Mariners 2. The pitch is swung on and fouled away. Oh and 2 the count to Tucker. Hoppy is now the pitcher on the mound for the Mariners. His fastball is taken for called strike 3. So he comes in, that was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So he comes in and promptly strikes out Betts, and now he gets Tucker. So 2 outs in the 6th inning. And up comes Teoscar, the designated hitter today, in place of Shohei Ohtani, who's getting the evening off. Pitch is low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Pitches strike on the slider, just hit the black part of the plate. And the count is now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Low for ball 2 on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball by Hoppy. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 6th inning, 5-2 Dodgers lead. The difference in this game is a 3-run home run by Rushing that he hit in the 4th inning. So the Dodgers got their runs, 2 runs in the first on a 2-run double by Mookie Betts. And then in the 4th inning, a 3-run home run by Dalton Rushing. And that's how the Dodgers got their 5 runs. And Rushing's waiting on deck now. The 2-2 count to Hernandez. Swung on, and a high fly ball. Back goes the center fielder, way back to the wall. It's gone! Insurance runs for the Dodgers. Home run gong all around as Teoscar hits his 9th home run, traveling 412 feet over the center field wall. So Hoppy was on his horse, striking out the first 2 Dodgers he faced on 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, and then he served up a high-riding fastball to Teoscar, and that went out of here. Dalton Rushing now coming up, 6-2 Dodgers lead. So that indeed, insurance runs very important going up against these Mariners into the later innings. So Teoscar gets the sunflower seed shower as he goes into the Dodger dugout. There's a swing and a foul away. Hoppy again dealing 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is now 0-2. First home run since July 3rd for Teoscar. Oh and 2 the count to Rushing. High for ball 1 on the fastball. Six to 2 Dodgers lead on the home run by Teoscar. Pitch is fouled away. Slider. Count is now 1-2. High for ball 2, the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dalton Rushing. 6-2 Dodgers lead, 2 outs. We're in the 6th inning, nobody on. Swung on and fouled away on the fastball. Hoppy's really dealing, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Those fastballs are nice. They're pretty. They're fast, but when you get a hold of one, they'll travel a long ways, as you just saw right there with Teoscar hitting it 412 feet. Pitch is low in the dirt, and now we got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Rushing. Waiting on deck for the Dodgers is Kike. The 3-2 pitch swung on, and he struck him out. He struck out the side, but not Teoscar. And as Teoscar cooked him deep to score the solo home run to make it 6-2. The score after 6 complete innings in Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers 6, the Mariners 2. I'll be right back after this very short timeout.
In the beaches we gather, excitement on fire. Dodgers on the field, hearts soaring higher. Never lost in the moment, roamer at the game. Broadcasting the thrill, it will never be the same. For every home run, we rise and we cheer. Dodgers play on, bringing summer near.
Okay, back to live action. Ready for the top of the 7th inning as the Mariners will now be sending up Emerson, and then the top of the order, Young, and then a Rosarina. And if anybody gets on, Canzone. And looks like they're going to send Dreyer out there again. I was hoping they would send out another pitcher, but I guess Roberts looks at it like you earned the right to go out there for your own inning. As he got the Dodgers, he pitched really well to get him out of that jam, I have to admit it. Pitch on the way is high for ball 1, a fastball to Emerson. This is where he went a little lopsided his last time out. He got the Dodgers out of a jam to end 1 inning and then came out and walked the next 2 guys to his own inning. Here's a shot up the middle, nicely played by Betts, thrown over to Freddie Freeman in time for the out on the 6-3 putout, and there's 1 out. That was just hit over the mound, and Betts was waiting there just over second base to grab it and throw him out, and up comes Young to the plate. Young, 2 for 3, hit that triple that started things for the Mariners in the last inning when they got their 2 runs. That was when Pages had the ball go by him, rolled to the wall, and then Rosarina doubled home Young to get their first run of the game. And at that time it was 5-1, 5-2, and then Teoscar hit that solo. There's a shot down to Muncy, grabs it, stops it, throws, got him! What a nice recovery play by Muncy. He stopped the ball, but he lost it behind him. He looked, there it was, he picked it up, and with that rifle of an arm, he was able to still throw him out. Muncy did not panic. He just right away, that ball just smoked right off his glove. He stopped it. It was right behind him, but he didn't know where it was. He stood up, looked around, and now Roberts is going to take out Dreyer. Very good. So he got his first 2 guys out, and Roberts will now take out Dreyer as Rosarina now coming to the plate. And with that, I'm going to take a quick little timeout with this pitching change. I'll be right back right after this.
In the beaches we gather, excitement on fire. Dodgers on the field, hearts soaring higher. Never lost in the moment, Roma at the game. Broadcasting the thrill, it will never be the same. For every home run, we rise and we cheer. Dodgers play on, bringing summer near.
Okay, so it's Eduardo Hernandez coming in. He's the man known for his 103-mile-an-hour fastball, and he's got a Rosarina at the plate right now. 7th inning, 2 outs, and the first pitch is a 101-mile-an-hour sinker for strike 1. We're in the 7th inning. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. Mariners down to their last 7 outs in this game. Enriquez looking down, getting the sign from Rushing. The pitcher's a swung on. There's a high fly ball. Pages, it'll bounce in front of him. And a Rosarina's on with a base hit. And up comes Canzone to the plate. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. We're in the 7th inning, 2 outs. and Canzone coming up. Let's go, Henriquez. You only need one out. Get the out. Got the left-hander, Canzone, to the plate. Way high curveball for ball one. The 1-0 pitch is taking a cutter for ball two. Hang in there, Blade. There's another game you can put your money on. Nicely cashing out. 2-0 the count. Canzone waiting in. Taken for called strike one. There's that 101 mile an hour sinker. So the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 on, 2 outs in the 7th inning. Arozarena away from first base. Swung on and fouled away. Big home run by Teoscar to give the Dodgers an insurance run. Very important as you get into these later innings, as you can see. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2 in the 7th inning. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Canzone. Taken for ball 3 on the slider, and now Arozarena. The ball gets away from Rushing, and Arozarena jogs to second base. So now you got a runner in scoring position. 3-2 the count. Three and two the count to Canzone. Swung on and fouled away again. That's Henriquez's 8th pitch of the game. We're in the 7th inning. Mariners got a runner at second base, trying to drive him home and make this thing interesting for him. The 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled away again. So Canzone hanging tough at the plate, not shying away from the big fast pitches by Henriquez. And the 3-2 pitch, low and in the dirt for ball 4. So now Henriquez has 2 men on and 2 outs. So they pulled Dreyer. Dreyer got the first 2 guys out, but those balls were hit on the button hard. And then Henriquez gives up a base hit and now a walk, and you got 2 men on, 2 outs. We're in the 7th inning. And up comes Rodriguez. He's 0 for 3 tonight. (6-2) Dodgers lead. 2 on, 2 outs. The pitch swung on and fouled away on the sinker. A 101 mile an hour sinker. The 0-1 pitch is taken for called strike 2 on the cutter. So he's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. 2 on, 2 outs. 0-2 count to Rodriguez. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. We're in the 7th inning. Swung on and fouled away. 0-2. Henriquez 1 strike away from getting out of this inning and getting out of this little jam he's put himself in. This is all his doing with a base hit and a walk. 2 on, pitches high for ball 1, a fastball, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is now 1-2. Come on, Henriquez. Let's go. One more strikeout and you're out of this. One more strike and you're out of this inning. Way high. Had to duck to get out of the way of that, did Rodriguez. Curveball gets away and the count is now 2-2. Luckily he didn't hit him. Then you'd have the bases loaded. And that's a whole different story right there. So 2 outs, 2 on, 2-2 count. There's a foul ball on the sinker, 100-mile-an-hour sinker. Dodgers have been in command of this game since the opening inning. Roque pitched a really strong 5 innings, got in trouble in the 6th. They pulled him. Dodgers led 2-0 on the double by Mookie Betts, driving home 2 runs, and then Dalton Rushing hit a 3-run shot in the 4th inning, making it 5-0. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away. Mariners battled back with 2 runs in the 6th, making it 5-2, and in the bottom of the 6th, Teoscar hit a solo shot, home run to dead center field, making it 6-2, and that's where we're at right now. Julio Rodriguez wading in, 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 on, 7th inning, Dodgers lead 6-2. What you gonna do, Henriquez? Pitch is low, they're gonna check over to first, and it'll be a full count. So Henriquez has thrown 18 pitches. He only came in to pitch to 1 batter, and all this happened. Jack Dreyer got the first 2 guys out. Here's a ground ball hit sharply down to Muncy. He's going to pick it up, glove it over to Freddie Freeman, and down go the Mariners. And Henriquez is out of the inning, pitched 19 pitches to get 1 guy out. So don't want to mislead you. He didn't pitch 19 pitches to 1 guy. He took 19 pitches to get the final out. And that'll do it for the Mariners. And the score after 6.5 innings, Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. Dodgers have gotten the maximum out of the minimum here. 6 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. The Mariners, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. And for the Dodgers, in the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Kike. Then the top of the order goes Tommy Edman, and then Andy Pages. Once again, no Shohei tonight. Teoscar is doing the DH job. Kike is in left field. Welcome back to Kike in left field. As we get ready for the bottom of the 7th inning, it's the 7th inning stretch time. Okay, just about ready. And it'll be Hoppy once again going out there for the Mariners. He threw 27 pitches, gave up that home run. He struck out the side, but it took him 27 pitches to get the side struck out because he gave up a home run to Teoscar in the process, in between those strikeouts. There's a fastball taken outside for ball 1 to Kike. Kike 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. First game coming back since the injury, the oblique injury. And the pitch is taken a slider for ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Kike. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. We're in the 7th inning. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the shortstop. Emerson will pick it up and throw across to first base to Naylor for the out. A 6-3 put out and down goes Kike. 1 out. We're in the 7th inning. And up comes the top of the order and Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Edman scored on the first inning double by Mookie Betts along with Pages. There's a high fly ball, first ball swinging. Out there in left field is Arozarena for the out, and that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. And up comes Andy Pages. Pages is 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles. Had a little rough go of it in the outfield that allowed the Mariners to score. Pitch is low. Actually, that ball that Pages couldn't handle, he would have scored anyways. You could look at it because the next guy up, Arozarena, hit a double. So even if he would have been held to a single, he would have scored on that. So you can't really grind Pages for that at all, with the way the inning shaped out. So we're in the 7th inning, 2 outs. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. And the 0-1 pitch is taken outside, fastball missing for a 1-1 count. Waiting on deck, Freddie Freeman with 2 outs. We're in the 7th inning. Pitch is low, and the count is now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Andy Pages. 2 outs in the 7th. Outside for ball 3, missing on the slider. The Dodgers are down, 6 outs away from winning the series and keeping their series wins going since the All-Star break. Remember, they came out of the All-Star break. They beat the Yankees 2 out of 3. They beat the Phillies 2 out of 3. And they beat the Mets in that series, so 2 out of 3. Swung on and missed by Pages. Count is now 3-2. The Dodgers trying to win 2 out of 3 with a victory tonight over the Mariners and welcome in the Boston Red Sox tomorrow night. 3-2 the count to Pages. Nobody on, 2 outs. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. The pitch swung on. There's a little ground ball hit sharply down to Emerson at short. Gloves it, throws over to first in time, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 7th inning. The score after 7 complete from Dodger Stadium: Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. We move to the 8th inning. And in that 8th inning, it'll be the first baseman Naylor, followed by Cal Raleigh, and then Refsnyder. Refsnyder came in to pinch hit for Riley in the, when was that? The 6th inning, when they were going for a big inning. So now Tanner Scott will come in. So that'll do it for Hernandez. And Tanner Scott will come in and see if he can get these Mariners out in order and keep them at bay. That was a big home run by Teoscar that makes a big difference, 5-2 versus 6-2. And you look at it sometimes, you say, oh, just 1 run, but not really when you count. Like, look at Dalton Rushing, hit that 3-run shot. 3-run home runs are a lot more common than grand slams are. You can look at it that way. So as we get ready, okay, here we go. The Red Sox did win. It took them 10 innings to finally beat the Athletics. The Red Sox win it 4-2, so they'll come in here. They got 12 hits, 4 runs, beating the Athletics. So they'll come in here tomorrow night fired up on a win streak, looking to go after the Dodgers and possibly a World Series preview. And if not, it'll have that type of atmosphere. It'll be electrifying tomorrow night. Hope you plan on checking in 7:10 in Los Angeles time. Dodgers and the Red Sox going head-to-head at it. Meanwhile, Tanner Scott comes in. 46 games, has a 1-3 record, 2.47 ERA, 56 strikeouts, and 6 walks he's allowed, 4 home runs. Pitch is taken high for ball 1. So Tanner Scott has really rebounded nicely this year as opposed to last year when he had a bit of a tough time at it. Pitch is slider for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Naylor. Waiting on deck, Cal Raleigh. Swung on and missed on the slider, so it's now 1-2. We're in the 8th inning. Naylor. Mariners are down to their last 6 outs. Pitches inside a fastball, so it's now 3-1. Very good, Blade. Hope to look forward to seeing you in here tomorrow night against the Red Sox. 3-1 the count to Naylor. Taken for called strike 2 on the slider, and Naylor's going to challenge that. Let's see what's going to happen here. It's a last challenge at the Mariners, and he's going to lose the challenge, and they'll lose their last challenge, and it'll now be a full count. 8th inning, 3-2 count to Naylor, and he just lost the challenge. He was looking for a walk on that. Pitch is swung on a high fly ball. Waiting there is Tucker. It'll drop in front of him, and aboard is Naylor with a single. So with nobody out, Naylor singles, and up comes Cal Raleigh. Raleigh had a chance to really hurt the Dodgers in the 6th inning. Bases were loaded, 1 out, and he walked. Next guy, they got out, so that was it. But there's a big swing and a miss by Cal Raleigh now, and the count is now 0-1. (0-2) to Raleigh, hitting 163 in the air and only 11 home runs. Pitch is taken for called strike 2 on the slider. 0-2 the count to Raleigh. Nobody out. A runner at first base. Just got on with a base hit in Naylor. Pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-2's a count. One ball, 2 strikes to Raleigh. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2 in the 8th inning. Pitches low and inside on the slider, and the count is now 2-2. No sign of anybody working in the Dodger bullpen backing up Scott just yet. He's only thrown 10 pitches, but he gave up a base hit. He's got one on. 2-2 count to Raleigh. No outs. We're in the 8th. Pitches low for ball 3. That's his second 3-2 full count in this inning. Three and two, the count to Cal Raleigh. One on, nobody out. The pitch. There's a little ground ball hit sharply down to Muncy. He's going to throw it over to second base for one. He throws the first and not nearly in time. Cal Raleigh showing some good speed motoring down the first baseline to be safe at first. So they get the lead guy out, and with one out, one on remains. And now comes Refsnyder. So Tommy Edman did a nice glove and throw, but Raleigh just beating it. And who would have thunk it that the big dumper can move that quickly down the line? Anyway, so he's aboard. Rob Refsnyder to the plate. Struck out in his pinch hitting duty in the 6th inning. There's a shot foul back up into the stands, and it's now 0-1. One out, 8th inning. Mariners down to their last 5 outs. The 0-1 pitch is taken, low. They're going to look over at first. He's going to say no swing, so it'll be a 1-1 count. Refsnyder, the 1-1 pitch from Tanner Scott, swung on and missed on the slider, and it's now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. The slider moving over is Dalton Rushing, making sure Raleigh doesn't try to get to second. He stays at first. Ball got away from Rushing a little bit, and he hustled to get it. Nicely keeping the ball in front of him. 2-2 the count to Refsnyder. One out. We're in the 8th inning, one on. 6-2 Dodgers lead. Tanner Scott's 17th pitch swung on and missed, and he got him. So 2 outs. Down to their last 4 outs are the Mariners. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. We're in the 8th inning, 2 outs. Pitch is taken high in the fastball. 95-mile-an-hour fastball misses for ball 1. Westing Wilson, 1 for 3 with a single this evening. Third baseman faced Scott last night. He doubled and scored, trying to repeat it again tonight. Meanwhile, Scott trying to get revenge. And the count is now 2-0. And Scott's 20th pitch coming right now. The 2-0 pitch on the way is low for ball 3. So it's 3 balls and no strikes. We're in the 8th inning, 2 outs. Still no sight if Roberts has anybody warming up in the Dodger bullpen. 3-0 the count to Wilson. Strike right down the middle. Nice slider. 3-1 the count. 1 on, 2 outs. We're in the 8th inning. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. Up is Wilson for the Mariners. Pitch is low, and he walked him. So Wilson gets the walk. And Scott's really laboring out there. 22 pitches he's thrown in this inning. And that was the number 8 hitter, Wilson, that got the walk. And now Emerson, the shortstop's coming up, the 9th hitter. So Rushing having a little meeting at the mound with Scott, trying to pump him up, gives him a pat on the backside, and says, let's go get him. Let's get this one out. Now the Dodgers got some bullpen action. Evan Phillips throwing in the bullpen. Last time I saw him, he gave up a 3-run home run. So 8th inning, 2 outs, 2 on. And it's the lefty on lefty action. Here we go, Emerson and Scott. 9th hitter in the lineup. You got to go after him, Scott. Pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the fastball. There you go. Colt Emerson, 0 for 3. A strikeout and 2 groundouts. Only hitting 197. He's hitting in the 9th position for a reason. The pitch, taken for called strike 2. So Emerson already behind on the count. Go after him, Scott. Plant your feet, make a stand on who you are and what you're all about, and kick ass right now. 0-2 the count. Now is the chance to do it. 2 on, 2 outs. A pitch, low slider missing in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the 8th inning to Colt Emerson. Scott ready, gathers himself, looks into Rushing, checks the runners on base. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. So Emerson showing a little pop there, getting a piece of that ball. Meanwhile, Scott has thrown 26 pitches in this inning, so no way does he come out in the 9th inning. The 1-2 pitch. It's a high fly ball, but waiting for it. Coming up quickly is Kike, and left to make the catch, and that'll do it. So the Dodgers get out of that inning unscathed. The score after 7.5 innings, the Dodgers 6, the Mariners 2. And for the Dodgers, coming up, it'll be Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, and Mookie Betts as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Meanwhile, the Mariners are down to their last 3 outs. Don't go away. Still can be interesting. Dodgers trying to somehow get more of an insurance. Can never have too much insurance. Mookie Betts, yes. Mookie Betts is batting 3rd in this inning. Mookie Betts, unless they decide to pinch hit for him, I don't see any reason why they would. So if you got to bet money on Mookie hitting some kind of a something, hang in there. Don't go away. Mookie got things started for the Dodgers with a 2-run double in the 1st inning, and then Dalton Rushing hit a 3-run blast in the 4th inning, making it 5-0. Dodgers were cruising. Roki was cruising, only allowing 2 hits going into the 6th inning, and then he got a little rocked, shaken. They took him out. Mariners scored 2 runs. Dodgers answered with a solo home run in the bottom of the 6th by Teoscar, and that's where we're at right now, 6-2 going into the bottom of the 8th inning. So Wilcox will be the pitcher for the Mariners, and he'll be facing Freddie Freeman. Don't forget, Red Hot Red Sox come in here tomorrow night, and things will be rocking. Whenever the Bostonians come in, they always have a big, strong following, the Boston fans. So they'll be out here to support their team. If you're enjoying the broadcast, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate any support you can give along the way. Also, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my play-by-play action. I'll be here all season long bringing you Dodger baseball. Support. I appreciate anything along the way. Anyways, Cole Wilson to the mound. The pitch is taken low for ball 1 inside. 6-2 Dodgers lead. Freddie Freeman 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Facing Wilson right now on the mound. Hoppy wound up pitching pretty well outside of giving up that solo home run to Teoscar. And that's where we're at right now, 6-2. Mariners down to their last 3 outs and they have no challenges left. Dodgers, meanwhile, have both of their challengers. There's a little ground ball hit sharply into center field for a base hit, and Freddie Freeman's aboard. So the Dodgers aren't ready just to give up yet and say, let's go to the 9th inning. They're looking for some runs and build on something here. And up comes Max Muncy. Mookie Betts waiting on deck, and in the Dodger bullpen is Edwin Diaz. He came back last night and pitched. First time in a long time for the Dodgers. There's a pitch, a high fly ball foul. Out there's Cal Raleigh. He's under it. He's got it. First ball swinging, and down goes Muncy for out number 1 in the 8th inning. And up comes Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts coming up right now. He got things started with that big double in the first inning. And the Dodgers got off to a 2-0 lead and haven't looked back yet. Pitch is taken for called strike 1. Mookie 1 for 3, a 2-run double. He struck out his last time up. 0-1 the count to Betts. Pitch is taken out for a strike, and it's now 0-2. A closer look at that. It was a ball, but no one challenged, so it's still a strike. 0-2 the count to Betts. Just a little outside on the fastball, and the count is now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Mookie. It's fouled away. Change up, and the count is still 1-2. That ball fouled right off of the left foot of Mookie Betts, and he's trying to walk it off. One out. We're in the 8th inning with 1 on. Freddie Freeman started things off here with a single to center field. Mookie in there, ready to go. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. It's lined down to first, into right field, and moving around second and into third is Freddie Freeman, and Mookie holds on with a long single. So now the Dodgers got a little something going here. You got 2 on, 1 out. We're in the 8th inning. And up comes Kyle Tucker. Freddie Freeman doing a little skinny dance to get out of the way of that one as it buzzed right past him as he was going from first to second. And Tucker to the plate. Swung on, first ball swinging, and a high fly foul way back there into the yellow load section. So now 2 guys working out in the Dodger bullpen, both right-handers, Edwin Diaz and Will Klein. 0-1 the count to Tucker. 1 out, 2 on. We're in the 8th inning. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. Pitch is low. They're going to say a strike as he tried to hold up and couldn't, and it's now 0-2 to Tucker. You got that right, Justin. Let's go. No more insurance runs. 0-2 the count to Tucker. 1 out. 8th inning. 2 on. 6-2 Dodgers lead. Swung on and missed out of the strike zone, and down goes Tucker. Okay. 2 outs now. And up comes Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar hit that solo shot 420 feet to dead center field in the 6th inning to get the Dodgers an insurance run, and that's why they lead now 6-2 instead of 5-2. That was a big insurance run. Pitches outside, sweeper missing for ball 1. 2 outs, 2 on. Teoscar 2 for 3 with a single and that big solo home run in the 6th. He scored 2 runs tonight. So he's been right in the thick of this game, hitting as a DH today's game. Two 2-0 the count. The pitch is way outside for ball 3 on the changeup. Wilcox kind of struggling out there a little bit. He's allowed 2 men on. He's gotten 2 outs, but now he's 1 ball away from walking the bases loaded. Waiting on deck, Dalton Rushing. What you gonna do, Wilcox? Pitch, way high, ball 4, and Teoscar's aboard. The bases are loaded, and up comes Dalton Rushing. Now, Dalton Rushing hit that 3-run home run in the 4th inning. Can he hit another one? It'll be interesting. Hang in there. Stay tuned. What you gonna do, Dalton Rushing right now at the plate. 1 for 3. Hit that big 3-run home run in the 4th. Here we go. Dalton Rushing. Waiting in. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. A sweeper. And it's 0-1 count. Career with the bases loaded, 14 at-bats, 1 grand slam. This season, 1 for 8. A home run and 5 ribbies. So he hit that grand slam earlier this year. Other than that, he's hitting .218 with the bases loaded, and the pitch is swung on and fouled away in the fastball. Suddenly the count is 0-2 to Rushing. Don't go away. Top of the 9th inning, it'll be Young, Arozarena, and Canzone for the Mariners. As a pitch swung, looking strike 3, and down goes Dalton Rushing and the Dodgers. So that'll do it as we move to the top of the 9th inning. And it'll be for the Mariners, Young, Arozarena, and Canzone. And Edwin Diaz takes the long walk in from the Dodger bullpen for his 2nd straight appearance. So Diaz greeted with his Freddie trumpets all around as he's running up now in a light jog up to the mound for the 9th inning. So some So last night it appeared like he may have been aiming the pitches, maybe a little nerves coming back. Let's see if he can roar back and be the Edwin Diaz that we've all seen last year with the Mets. He'll be facing Young, who's 2 for 4. The line so far in this game, Dodgers 6 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Mariners 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Here we go, hang in there. Heath is into the chat, trying to see if he can get this run here. He's got some money on the line. Meanwhile, for the Dodgers, last 3 outs, if they can get it, they'll win this series and keep their series wins alive since the All-Star break. They won the 2 out of 3 against the Yankees, 2 out of 3 against the Phillies, 2 out of 3 against the Mets, and now trying to win 2 out of 3 against these Mariners before the Boston Red Sox come in tomorrow night. Okay, back to live action. The pitch on the way from Diaz is taken low for ball 1. Young to the plate. He tripled and scored a run. Edwin Diaz in 8 games is 1-0, 5 out of 6 saves. The pitch on the way is inside for ball 2. So back-to-back nights for Edwin Diaz coming right into this game with a little bit more of a cushion, a 6-2 lead. The pitch is taken him way inside for ball 3, and he's promptly got 3 balls he's served up right now. The 3-0 pitch is taken for called strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Cole Young, 2 for 4 with a single, a triple, and a run scored. Trying to get something started right here, right now for these Mariners. The pitch by Diaz is taken for called strike 2. Suddenly he was 3-0 to jump out of the gate. And now he's got him full count, 3-2. Just barely hitting that. Meanwhile, remember, Mariners have no challenges left. So if it's close, they got to do it on their own. The 3-2 pitch swung on, and a high fly ball out there waiting for it is Kike in left. He's got it for out number 1. Now the Mariners are down to their last 2 outs. Rosarina coming up to the plate right now. Rosarina, 31-year-old, 5'10", 185-pounder out of Havana, Cuba. Same place where Pages is from, facing the Puerto Rican, straight out of Puerto Rico, and Edwin Diaz. Pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, it's a ground ball hit sharply, base hit into center field, and Rosarina is aboard. So now comes up Canzone. He got 1 on, 1 out. We're in the 9th inning. Mariners down to their last 2 outs. Edwin Diaz, the deliver, swung on and missed by Canzone on a slider, 89-mile-an-hour slider. The 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. Suddenly it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch swung on, a little number foul along the. So the counter will remain 0-2. Canzone up there at the plate. Waiting on deck is Rodriguez. Diaz is going to take a little walk behind the mound, trying to gather himself here. There's one out. We're in the 9th inning. Shohei taking the night off, enjoying this game, getting ready for tomorrow night against the Red Sox. 0-2 the count. Swung on. There's a shot foul down the first baseline on the slider. We're in the 9th inning. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2. 1 on, 1 out. 0-2 the count to Canzone. Rodriguez waiting on deck. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and down he goes on the fastball. So suddenly the Mariners are down to their last out. We're in the 9th inning. 2 outs. Dodgers 6, Mariners 2, 1 on, 9th inning, 2 outs. The pitch is taken high, fastball for ball 1. Julio Rodriguez 0 for 4 with a ground out in the 7th inning, his last plate appearance. A pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away. Count is now 1-1. Edwin Diaz 1 out away from the Dodgers winning this game. The pitch swung on and missed, and it's now 1-2, 1 strike away. And the crowd on Dodger Stadium is on their feet trying to will Edwin Diaz for 1 more strike to get this game done with. Everybody up, everybody on their feet now, clapping out of their seats. Well, 1-2 count to Rodriguez, 1 on. We're in the 9th inning, 2 outs, 6-2 Dodgers lead. The 1-2 pitch held up, looks over at first, and down he goes, and this game is O-V-E-R. Dodgers win it 6-2 on the strikeout by Edwin Diaz. So that'll do it. Dodgers win the series against the Mariners with that. 5s all around from the Dodgers as they are victorious. Waiting now as Edwin Diaz does a traditional pull the shirt out of the pants, untuck his shirt, and line up for the handshakes as it's a happy bunch of Dodgers as they're going to be ready for a fired up, red hot Red Sox team tomorrow night. The totals on this game for the Dodgers to win it is Dodgers 6 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Mariners 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. A really fantastically pitched game by Roki. Came out of the blocks red hot the first 5 innings. He dominated, hung on. They took him out in the 6th. Mariners scored a couple of runs, but Teoscar hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 6th to make it 6-2, and that's how it ended here. So the totals, Roki Sasaki gets the win. He moves to 5 wins and 5 losses, a 4.64 ERA. The loss will go to Wu. He'll fall to 7-8, 4.56 ERA. And that will do it. Thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast. Sincerely appreciate it. You have yourself a tremendous evening to you wherever you may be. And on that note, I will say a pleasant good evening to you and good night now. Once again, Dodgers winning it 6-2. Good night now.
In the beaches we gather, excitement on fire. Dodgers on the field, hearts soaring higher. Never lost in the moment, roller at the game. Broadcasting the thrill, it will never be the same. For every home run, we rise and we cheer. Dodgers play on, bringing summer near.
One last thing, if you're still there, Heath asking why don't they play the bottom of the ninth? Because the Dodgers already have the lead. They got the game. When you're at home, you get the last at bats. The bottom of the ninth is not needed in that case. So once again, pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. I had to come back and answer that last question that I forgot to see. Good night now. Hope to see you all tomorrow night.
In the beaches we gather,